Let's talk football, gentlemen. So, I don't know if you all know, or most of you all know, because I've seen that I have a lot of new viewers and a lot of new subscribers. Thank you all for that as well. But I am a Patriots fan. And last year, we drafted Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama, and he led us to the playoffs. And it was a well, I wouldn't say great season because we ended up having the number one seed and then fell off a little bit. But being led by a rookie quarterback and making the playoffs, hey, bro, that's a W. You feel me? We just got out of a season, the COVID season, where we went 7-9. Didn't really have much offensively. Our offensive line was great. Like, Bill Belichick always is good on the O-line, but our skill positions weren't up to par. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't even remember who he had on the roster besides Jacoby Myers, James White, and Cam Newton. Like those, just naming the skill positions. When we drafted Mac Jones, I didn't like him that much because I felt like, the more boom or bust type of QBs have been, the elite of the elite recently, like a Lamar Jackson, a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes. So, I did a little film research on him. I looked into his draft, comparisons and whatnot. And of course, him going to Alabama, that means he played great teams, great defenses all year long, you know what I'm saying? And was being coached by, the greatest coach of all time, Nick Saban. By the way, Nick Saban, you are hating on niggas with NIL deals.
I knew it.
My thing is that Bill Belichick always seems to, quote-unquote, finesse teams. Now, Bill Belichick and his drafting style is really boom or bust. Because, you seen we drafted players like Julian Edelman, Gronk, Brady, Deion Branch, Ty Law. Like, when Bill Belichick hits on a pick, he hits. But when he misses on a pick, he misses hard, like a N'Keal Harry. I remember we got a lineman in this year's draft. We got dude out of Chattanooga, Cole Strange was his name, I believe. And we did need a replacement lineman, because we had just traded Shaq Mason away to the Bucks. But I feel like we could have got a cornerback instead. You see what I'm saying? Because we had just let J.C. Jackson go. And I understand Bill Belichick, he brought in Malcolm Butler. But I feel like Andrew Booth Jr. is better than Malcolm Butler because A, he's younger. B, he's on the same type of contract, but for longer. He's on the team longer than Butler. And because you have a chance to develop that player rather than you knowing what, Malcolm Butler already is. You see what I'm saying? But we drafted Cole Strange in the first round. And to my knowledge, I looked up a couple of games, watched some film. The guy is actually really good. He's way more athletic than almost anyone on the field at his position, at least in the trenches, lineman. And he performs a lot of reach blocks that I don't see most linemen can do. So those were good signs. And of course, there's always going to be, he didn't play in the SEC, he didn't play at a Power 5 school, so the competition, he's just that much better than his competition.
Suck my dick, you pussy, nigga. Niggas be wildin'.
And you could argue that sometimes, but it was a stat I saw about him saying that he didn't allow a sack until his second to last game in college. Now, you can tell me anything you want. No one's that good at that level, and your reasoning is, oh, he's just that much better than everyone else. No, it has to be something that he's doing better than everyone else, which is just simply his technique. He's fantastic with his technique and hand placement. Like I said, can perform reach blocks. And I'm starting to like the pick more and more. But I felt like we should have drafted a cornerback there. I still felt like he would have been there in the second round maybe. So That was a reach, but it was a reach that I'm not too mad about. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in the later rounds, we also drafted the wide receiver out of Baylor. It was the guy who ran the fastest 40 time. And of course, him being the fastest dude at the combine, you have to take notice of where he gets drafted and when, you know. That's just something people do every year. He ended up getting drafted by the Patriots, you know, and I like the pick, but at the same time, I don't like the pick. Because in New England last year, you see, we basically had no speed for real. Like, we was literally just getting outran sometimes. Linebackers, D linemen, our wide receivers didn't get enough separation at times, so Mac Jones really had to rely on our tight ends. But I feel like if we would have gotten maybe a John Mechie instead, you know, or we could have realistically got dude that got drafted by the Packers, Christian Watkins or whatever his name is. You know, Bill, he doesn't like to trade up in the draft. He likes to trade back or stay where he's at. So I was happy with the pick and where we got him, but I'm still a little iffy on him because when I watch game film, that 4.26 speed doesn't look like 4.26 speed in the pads.
I lost.
At the end of the day, he's probably going to be like our fastest player on the team. This offseason, we also traded for Devontae Parker, a couple linebackers, you know. Now, the Devontae Parker trade, I'm a little iffy on, but we didn't give up much for him. So if he does end up getting injured again like he normally does, I'm not too mad about it. And we just drafted a wide receiver, so it's like we have depth at that position now, which I'm glad. You know, I'm glad Jacoby Myers and Kendrick Bourne are our only two good wide receivers on the roster, because Nelson Aguilar was not that good. I don't know why niggas was hyping him up. He was not that good last year. I'm glad that we got a new set of linebackers, you know, Mac Wilson from the Browns, and I believe we added one more player, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But man, just watching the Bills game last year, bro, our linebackers were getting torched. Like, we couldn't stay in front of anyone. It was horrendous, bro. And I see why Bill was making the moves he made. He wants speed now.
You feel me? You feel me?
Now he sees where the NFL is going and how fast like these players are just nowadays. You know, you got guys 6'3" running 4.3s, 6'3", 200 pounds running 4.3 40s, and it's crazy, bro. But still to say, man, as a Patriots fan, I'm not really worried about anyone in our division.
Are you sure about that?
Except for the Bills. And that's mainly just because of Josh Allen. And that's it. The Browns. The Dolphins, I'm not worried about. The Jets. Hey, they're always picking top 5, so I'm not worried about the Jets. Dolphins, they did get better. Even though I still said I'm not worried about them, they did get a little better, you know, getting Reek, getting Armstead, solidifying that offense even more, getting players like Raheem Mostert, you know, speed demons. You can see what their team is all about, which is yards after catch or yards after contact with the ball, period. But damn, man, yeah, just hitting y'all back on another video. My niggas, I see y'all fucking with these kind of rants videos. Well, not even rants, really just me talking about sports. But I fuck with y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, niggas. Deuces.